Hello. Hi. Hey bestie, welcome back to another video. So this is week 2 of my weight loss journey. Week two. So week 2 of my weight loss journey, we've done her, we ticked her off. Just as a little recap, week 1 was about laying the foundations. If you haven't watched my week 1 video already, go ahead and watch that and then you can come back. But week 1 was all about proving to yourself that you can do hard things, laying the foundation. And week 2 is about building the momentum. Yes! Right, the animals are fighting. Guys. You guys. Okay, girlies. Let's just get straight into it. I'm so excited. So, what's been happening? What's been happening in week 2? At the beginning of week 2, I felt this surge of motivation, it was like a second wind, because it felt like an achievement to have completed a full week of sticking to my deficit, getting my steps in, saying no to alcohol, vaping, smoking, remaining cold turkey on anybody's toxic ass energy. It felt like such a big achievement. So I was kind of buzzing off that. It's almost like that confirmation to your brain, right? I've done a week and I've just proved to you that I could do it, so we can do it again. And you get like a little, what's the word, a little pep in your step. You get a little pep in your step. So that little lift at the start of the week definitely makes it easier to carry on, because you're like, okay girl, slay, I'm going to keep going. Another thing that made it slightly easier in week 2 was the anxiety around cravings and food noise. That all nullified a little bit. And it didn't completely disappear, and it still hasn't to this present day, because I don't think it'll ever like fully go away. I started to feel more in control of my own brain, my own thoughts. It wasn't as hectic. If you've ever tried to like give something up cold turkey, then you'll know you do not feel in control of your own thoughts. Everything is frantic, hectic. Your body is just screaming for another hit of the thing that you're addicted to. Like it's so hard to get through the initial cutting of the cord, but it only takes 1 week for it to start getting significantly easier. There was one night, and as soon as it happened, I was like, I need to tell the girls about this. Like, I need to clock this as like a little milestone, because I think it was Saturday night. I also started on a Monday, on the 1st of a month on a Monday. So satisfying. My OCD is so happy with that, because you know I love a clean number, a clean fresh week, and you don't have to wait till a Monday to start. But there was something about that just felt right to me. Okay, anyway, it was the Saturday, so the end of week 2, and I'd been about my day, done my business, ticked all my boxes. I was running a bath, and I put the tap on and I just sat next to the bath like this, letting it run. And it was like I was listening to an ASMR or something. I was like, oh my God, I can hear the bath like water running. And then I looked up at the window and saw like the raindrops, you know, when they like trickle down the window and you can like hear the rain. And I was so aware of everything that I was hearing in that moment. And I was like, wait, there's not a single thought in my brain right now. I was like, this is peace. This is the most amount of peace I have felt, I'm not joking, in years. Literally academic years. I have not felt that peaceful. I got into bed that night and slept for 12 hours straight, y'all. 12 hours straight. I slept like a freaking baby. So yeah, I suppose this is me no longer claiming that frantic, anxious girl energy. I'm just like I'm like a monk, you guys. I'm like a little nun. I mean, yeah, in more ways than one. Let me tell you, girl, because she's not even here. You know? So, felt more in control, had a little bit more motivation, anxiety eased out. Guys, let me show you this picture. You are not going to believe it. So, as you know, when I started this journey, I was internally, hormonally, and like nervous system wise, the most stressed I've ever been in my entire life. Okay. And it was showing in physical signs in my body. So I'm going to put the date stamps on these pictures as well. So you know I ain't lying, girl. I'm telling you the God's honest truth. This picture was my stress bloat from just before I started this journey. I literally look pregnant. I look like I am 6 months pregnant. And that was purely because I was so stressed out. I was in fight or flight all the time. I was coping in horrendous ways. Like nothing was going good. It was like rock solid blow, and it was painful and very uncomfortable. And I swear to God, this is me 2 weeks on. So I cut off everything, including the person that was triggering me. I cut off everything that wasn't serving my body. Alcohol, smoking, you already know, you know it all. Junk food, and just went literally balls to the wall into this revamp. And 2 weeks later, that is how different my stomach looks. Girl, I know this, right? Let this be your sign to leave that man where he is, okay? Because I sure as hell needed to. So that change in 2 weeks is not significant fat loss. I haven't weighed myself, so I don't know where the scales are sitting right now. I'm going to weigh myself at the end of the month. But it's not just fat loss. It's the stress blow has gone. It's the body was holding on to water and cortisol and adrenaline, and that's all held in your gut, around your stomach. It makes you so bloated. It's just not a good time, loves. But after 2 weeks of eating clean, doing good, feeling good, meditating, giving myself some peace, I feel like my body has just flushed out everything, and I honestly feel like a new person. What I will say about week 2 is, oh my gosh, the fatigue. The tiredness I felt in week 2. Girl, it's like your body finally catches up to, oh wait, we're in an energy deficit here. Like we're actually really, really tired, girl. I had to have a nap in the afternoon like a little grandma. I could not get through the day without a little nap. And every time I went to go out for my steps, because usually I just get them all in one, I get the full bulk of the 10,000 in one walk throughout my day. I was just procrastinating that walk all day because I was like, nah, I don't want to go. I didn't want to go on my walk pretty much majority of the days. I was like, no, I'm too tired. But again, that is you exercising that muscle of discipline and consistency, because regardless of whether I wanted to or not, I made sure to get out on that walk every single day. I've been so consistent with the steps, and I'm super proud of myself, because there was some days, honestly, I was like, no way. It was raining. It was wet and windy outside. I was snuggled up on the sofa thinking, there's no fucking way. There's actually no way. But I did it anyway. And that is going to be the difference in achieving my goals this time, because I'm pushing through. And honestly, like 5-10 minutes into the actual walk, you get a little boost of energy. You think at the time it's going to make you more tired to get out on the walk, but it actually does the complete opposite. It gives you more energy. So get out on the walk, girl. So with regards to the movement, I was getting my 10,000 steps every single day. Some days it would be more, 12,000, 15,000, whatever. And because of this extra little burst of motivation I had at the start of the week, I decided that I was going to reintroduce workouts back into the week. So we all know in the first week I just wasn't really feeling the gym. I was like, no, it's too much and I'm not going to force myself. So I didn't do the gym in week 1. On week 2, I felt good at the start of the week. I was like, yes, let's go pump for some iron, man. Tracy Turnblad, I'm trying to iron here. And I was like, yeah, I'm excited. Let's go to the gym. I actually really wanted to go. So I started the week with a lower body day and it was just a very simple workout. I'll put the screenshot on here of the workout that I was doing. Simple compound movements, not too heavy, nothing too strenuous, because we are in an energy deficit. I knew that it would make me so tired and grumpy if I pushed myself too far. And then midweek, I did a little upper body. The plan was to do another full body later on in the week, so I was just planning to do 3. But after I did the upper body, I injured my neck in the weirdest way possible. Like, I still don't really 100% know what I did. It was the day after the gym. I think it was Thursday. I think I jolted my neck while I was having a dream. Oh my god. Guys, I couldn't move my neck. I literally felt like I had whiplash. I was like, yeah, it's whiplash. Could not move my head at all. It's still sore. It still hurts. I haven't been back to the gym yet because I'm like, I do not want to do any more damage to that, because that was strange. It was the weirdest pain I've ever felt, but also so painful. I was sick twice because of the pain. You know when the pain knocks you sick? So I decided to ease off the gym for the rest of the week, but we still continue to get the steps in. All this to say, the original plan of the week was to just do 3 workouts in the week. Nothing too intense, too strenuous, not overfacing myself. And I'm just building it up like I'm building up the momentum with everything. And that is absolutely fine. And we're still going to see those results, girls. You do not have to flog yourself in the gym, PSA, to see results. Okay, let's talk about food. So we all know about the breakfast bagel. She has stayed with us. We love the breakfast bagel. We love her. She can stay. I'm going to marry that bitch one day. She is my wife. I had a couple days where I made the pasta with the low calorie soft cheese and then mixed up the toppings. I had prawn pasta one day, which was spectacular. The recipe for that is actually on my Instagram. Phenomenal, guys. It is so good and it feels so indulgent and it's so low calorie. It's unbelievable. What I will say is, after 2 weeks of eating in a deficit, I was gagging for a treat. I was gagging for something a little bit naughty. I was like, no, we need to incorporate a little treat here. I incorporated a dinner, which I like to call a controlled treat. Excuse me. And I was really craving some pizza. Instead of saying to myself, no, we're in a deficit, we're not eating pizza, like, that's not weight loss food, I was like, right, how can I fit pizza into my calories for the day? I found these low calorie pizzas in Sainsbury's, and don't get me wrong, like, you can tell they're low calorie, like, you know you're eating a low calorie pizza when you're eating it, but still at the same time it itches the scratch, okay? And that's just what we've got to do. So I got this low calorie pizza, and don't get me wrong, yeah, I could have had it twice over, bitch. Twice over, again and again. But there still needs to be some element of control around this. You're allowed a treat, but you need to be controlled about it. And to make it feel a little bit more than what it was, I put some rocket on the top and had some rocket with it, and instead of like a garlic and herb dip, I am a hoe for a garlic and herb dip. Okay, I could drink, you know when you see those mukbangs and they have like a cup of ranch sauce, give it to me. I will drink that bitch up. But obviously they are quite calorific, so what I did was I made my own. I made it with Greek yogurt, salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic, and I poured in some of the juice from the jalapeno jar just to loosen it up a bit, give it a little spice, a little tang, and it was so good, guys. It was so good. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't ranch. It wasn't. It was not. It was not Domino's garlic and herb dip. It really wasn't. But it was good enough. It was good enough for little old me who's been eating healthy for 2 weeks and was just craving that hit of something that feels a little bit naughty. Another thing I've been doing with my food, which I think has been a key to keeping me on track, is I always save about 200 calories for the end of the day, every single day. And that slot is saved purely for the sweet treat. And the sweet treat could be a mini Kit Kat, a mini twirl, a little hot chocolate, some dark chocolate. Boy, best believe we're having a sweet treat at the end of the day, because I'm that type of girl who, if I don't let myself have anything, I'll get to the end of the week and I'm raiding a family pack of dairy milk buns. Like, I'm uncontrollable, like the Cookie Monster. I can't not have chocolate in my system. I'm giving up so much out of my life that, girl, I need something from somewhere. The way I'm spitting feathers, the way I'm chomping at the bit for a vape, a can of beer, a smoky wokey, and a Domino's. The way I miss those things, I'm grieving them like I've just lost a loved one, okay? Because, girl, there's nothing I enjoyed more than lighting it up, going to another realm, and eating my body weight in something absolutely delicious. There is nothing that got me going more, girl. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to do it again. It's going to happen again. At some point, I'm not saying to myself, we're never doing that again. Oh, I'll be doing it again, bitch. Oh, I'll be circling back round. But not right now. I'm trying to do something real quick. If I could just get skinny real quick, get skinny and sexy real quick, then we can circle back round to doing that every once in a while. But yeah, I need something. I gotta have something to keep me on the straight and narrow. And that for me is a little bit of chocolate every single day. Okay, let's talk about results in week 2. Ooh, because week 1 was very much internal work. Okay, it was very much, we're just getting into routines and nothing's really going to happen. So I've already showed you the stomach bloat. The stomach bloat just disappeared, girl. I kind of will notice little things in the mirror and I'll be like, oh, am I skinny? There's like slightly more shadowing around muscle lines. Nothing drastic, don't get me wrong. Like, nothing drastic whatsoever. Wait, I need to plug my laptop in or it's gonna die. Hold on. Where were we? Week two. Oh yeah. So week 2, I really started noticing a tightening up. Not like fat loss per se. I was just noticing that there was a little bit more shadow around my muscles, like my shoulders, my décolletage, my jawline. Everything just looked a little bit more snatched, you know? I wasn't really expecting till like week 3, week 4. But my dad came round. He was like, have you lost weight? Your face looks like you've lost weight. And I was like, oh, well, as a matter of fact, yes, I am. Thank you for noticing, sir. The progress is small, but it's definitely coming. She's coming. Yay. And even when you get those little comments like that, that in itself just gives you more motivation. Just like keep going. So week 2 is kind of filled with little sparks of motivation where you're like, oh, I'm actually like, things are happening here. All in all, to round off this video, week 2 it's a balance of feeling that spark of momentum and your body catching up to the fact that it is actually really tired and feeling that slight fatigue. You've proved to yourself that you can keep going no matter if it's boring or tiresome. You are constantly proving to yourself that you are more disciplined. Constantly you're sending signals to your brain saying, this is what we're doing now. We're not doing what we did in the past. This is what we're doing. It's constant rewiring. The key is to just keep showing up. Keep showing up on the days when it's hard. Keep showing up on the days when you're tired. Keep doing the things no matter what. And this week you might even notice a little cheeky change in the mirror, which is exciting. But even if you don't notice them changes, you are still proving to yourself day in, day out that you can trust yourself, you're disciplined, and you're doing something amazing. So you should be super proud of yourself, diva. Oh, should we have a little book recommendation section as well? Because last week I was telling you about the books that I was reading. I told you about Crescent City. I'm now reading the second book in the series, which is House of Sky and Breath. One thing about Sarah and these Crescent City books, she will start that book at 100 miles an hour and you will not have a freaking clue what is going on. I'm like, wait, who's this? Where are we? What are we doing? Like, what the hell is going on? But you just have to have faith and keep going. Just like anything in life, girl. You just have to keep the faith, keep going, and it gets so juicy and good. I am obsessed with these books. I didn't know whether I would like the Crescent City series as much as the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. Girl, I'm hooked. I am hooked in the same way. I am obsessed with this woman. Sarah, let me live inside your brain. My boyfriend is in there. My friends are in there. Let me in. That was so weird. I haven't read this week, but I've read this book in the past, and I really think that this book links into what we are all doing right now. Atomic Habits, if you've not read it yet, by James Clear, is it? If you have not read that book, it is so interesting. It's all about the psychology behind habit building, habit stacking, how you can change habits, good habits, bad habits, blah, blah, blah. It's so good and you will love it, and definitely be able to take away some things from that book that you can use in your fitness journey. So highly recommend this book. Okay, and that rounds us off for week two. I cannot wait to look back on these videos and be like, oh, week 1, week 2. Oh my God, look at the little baby. Look at the little baby. She didn't even know her whole life was ahead of her. And now we're living lavish. All because of this bitch. All because of me. Hey, future me, you're welcome. You're welcome. Make sure you subscribe so you do not miss out on this weight loss journey. And please comment down below. Let's be besties, girl. Let me know whereabouts you are on your weight loss journey. And again, sending love, sending hugs, sending all the best energy to you and whatever you're doing right now. Thank you so much again for joining me, girl. I will see you in week 3. Love you. Bye.